You know that feeling when you don't know where to go? That feeling when you have no idea which turn to make to get to your destination as soon as possible? That feeling when you're just completely lost? That's how I felt 3 weeks ago when I was cycling home. So I needed to ask Google Maps for help. And as I was going home, I heard Google say,
Turn left, then make a U-turn.
bruh, what? Bruh, that does not make sense at all. Okay, you know what? I don't care what Google says. I'm not wasting my time. Instead of going the way Google Maps suggested to like turn left and then make a U-turn, I backed up my bicycle and I just went across the road. I just crossed the the traffic light, the pedestrian crossing. And if I didn't do that, if I instead did what Google told me to do, I would have wasted 2 to 3 minutes. And 2 to 3 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, right? But if you zoom out, it kinda is. If I was to go home and do a practice paper because my exams are coming, and I did a 1 hour and 45 minute paper 1 hour and 42 minutes before dinner, I would get scolded because I would have been late for dinner by 3 minutes. But if I had those 3 minutes and Google did not waste my time and it gave me like the right instructions, I would be able to complete the practice paper on time for dinner. That's why instructions are so important. So is reviewing the advice and guidance you get from others, because doing that can save you a lot of time. Don't follow everything someone says. Question the logic behind it. If something someone advises you to do doesn't make sense, question it. Like, why tell me to turn left and then make a U-turn? What is the point of that? Try to figure out what the best thing to do in your particular situation is after you examine the advice or the instructions your mentor has given you. Because what you need to learn is to view instructions with a certain logic, right? Not to follow it blindly. You don't have the exact same circumstances as that person who's guiding you. A fitness YouTuber could give you a diet on how to clean bulk or something, and that diet might include like almonds. But if you are allergic to almonds, why would you eat the almonds and then have an allergic reaction? Doesn't make much sense, right? Like, why do something just because someone said to when it actually makes things worse for you? You actually get set back by their advice. You would just be wasting your time. Like, there's this quote that I like that's quite long, but it goes like this. We blindly follow or imitate some people by seeing their popularity and believing that whatever they're saying is true but might be fictional. So it's our responsibility to know how true what they're saying is. I have no idea how to pronounce this name. If I'm not wrong, it's a Muslim name, so I don't want to butcher it because what this guy said is so true. They might not have an allergy to almonds, but you have an allergy. Oh my. They might not have an allergy to almonds, but you have an allergy to almonds. So that means that what's true for them is not true for you, and vice versa. With that in mind, all that's left for you to achieve success in whatever you want is to steal tastefully from their knowledge. Like, think about the advice that they give you and then take a step back and try and figure out what the best move for you is. If that fitness YouTuber suggests that you eat almonds but you are allergic to almonds so you can't eat almonds, find a substitute. Obviously, there's something about almonds, like maybe it's the nutrients that it has, maybe it's the vitamins that it has or something. Just figure out why they said that, what the purpose behind that action, that advice was, and then find an alternative solution to it if you can't do that particular step the way they said to do it. Try and see how that advice can fit into the whole grand scheme of things for you, right? Which parts can be applied to you. Given your situation, does it make sense to do everything exactly as they say, or to apply just certain bits? Surely there's going to be certain things that you should do over others to get to your destination faster. You just need to filter out the noise. It's kind of like piecing a puzzle together, right? Thousands of people, okay, not thousands, but many people can give you multiple puzzle pieces to try and help you solve your puzzle. But not all of them will fit your puzzle. So you need to apply some sort of logic to figure out which ones can actually be used to fix your puzzle. And that's what I mean when I say you should view instructions and advice logically. Your journey is unique to you, and their journey is unique to themselves. So what works for them might not work for you because of the different variables that are in play. Your puzzle pieces might have a different shade of blue or a different shade of yellow, or they could be of a completely different thickness compared to the puzzle pieces that that person has. So you need to pick and choose carefully. Don't force a piece into your puzzle. Don't do exactly as they say, because that might end up destroying your puzzle. That might end up setting you back and causing you to waste a lot of time. Everyone has their own strengths, their own weaknesses, and their own problems. So the different variables will affect their journey, their route differently compared to how it will affect you. Having a mentor is nice and everything because they've gone through what you are going through right now, and they can tell you what you should and should not do to get to your destination faster. And provided that the advice they are giving you is absolutely necessary, the steps that you are being told to do are absolutely necessary, after they've given you the advice, it's up to you to figure out what the best way to go about it is. What's the best way to do this particular thing such that you maximize your strengths. So here's your action step for this video. Look for overlaps in your journey and their journey. Where there are overlaps, try to emulate what they did during that particular period of their journey so that you can get through that part faster and get closer to your end goal faster. Whilst you're emulating what they did, like add your own catalyst, which are your own strengths, your own unique strengths, so that you can go even faster. Because for all you know, the strengths that you have might actually help you like accelerate towards your goal that much faster. So just figure out which parts of your strengths can be utilized to get through that particular part of the journey. Every weekend or every time you're about to or have made a big decision that would affect your journey, do a bit of reflection on your goals and your current circumstances. If you are about to invest in something, ask yourself, will buying this thing or will getting this thing help me get closer to my goal? Will it help me get to my destination faster? If it's an action step that someone has advised you to do, then ask yourself, will doing this thing as they did get me the success that I want? There's times when you have to, but more often than not, don't copy exactly what they tell you to do or copy exactly what they did. Don't copy blindly. Copy purposefully to ensure that you get your goals as efficiently as possible. When you need to take a look at the bigger picture, just to remind yourself of what you need to work towards, what you need to achieve to get to your end destination, take a step back. Before the little red bar at the bottom ends, I want to leave you with something my parents used to scold me. If they told you to, would you jump off a building? If not, then you don't need to do everything as they say. The purpose of me sharing this scolding with you is to ask that you try to apply this mindset to the advice you receive, the instructions you receive, because that can help you filter out a lot of the noise. If you were told to do that thing, would you die if you didn't do it? Would it greatly affect your journey? If you did it, would it catapult you to success? That's the kind of mindset I'm asking you to apply, that kind of logic. Most YouTubers like myself don't really know what the best thing to do in a certain situation is. We can only give advice based on what we have experienced. And that's why some of our newer videos might contradict something we said in one of our older videos, because the circumstances have changed. And that's fine. You don't need to know what the best thing to do in every single possible situation is. Just find out what the best thing for you to do right now in your current situation is.